Grade 7 learners! Welcome to a new episode of BSEd 3D TV, where learning English is fun, exciting, and easy. In today's episode, you will answer lots of exercises. But don't you worry, because I'll guide you throughout your journey. I am Teacher Marites, and I'll help you to become English proficient. Have you encountered a set of words and wondered what the next sequence would be? Take a look at these examples.
Focus your attention on this set of words. And on your paper, I'd like you to write the word that will complete this sequence. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. Manila is the city as Philippines is the blank. A continent, B country, C planet.
What's your answer, class? Any guess? Correct! It's letter B, country. Manila is the city as Philippines is the country. Manila is basically a city while Philippines is a country. Very good. How about the next one?
What do you think is the correct answer? Fruit is the blank as tree is the Nara. A mango, B apple, C grapes.
Time is up, class. What's your answer? Correct! It's letter A, mango. Fruit is the mango, as tree is the Nara. The answer is mango, which is our national fruit. Likewise, Nara is our national tree. How about the next one? Can you guess the answer?
Blank is the earth as Pirena is the fire. A amihan, B alena, C danaya.
What's your answer, class? You got it right! It's letter C, Danaya. Danaya is the earth, as Pirena is the fire. Because in Encantadia, Danaya is the keeper of the earth gem, while Pirena is the keeper of the fire gem. What about the next one?
Carabao is the animal as milkfish is the blank. A tree, B animal, C fish.
What's your answer? Very good! It's letter C, fish. Carabao is the animal as milkfish is the fish. How about the next one?
Let's number, class. You can do it. Luzon is the Baguio as blank is the Davao. A Mindanao, B Visayas, C Luzon.
What's your answer, class? Nice one! It's letter A, Mindanao. Luzon is the Baguio as Mindanao is the Davao. Baguio is located in Luzon while Davao is located in Mindanao. Great job, class! Here's your prize for getting the correct answers. We are just starting yet you already impressed me, class. How did you come up with your answers? How did you figure out the sequence? Do you have an idea what our lesson will be for today? Correct! It's all about the analogies. Today, we will develop your vocabulary, elimination skills, and critical thinking skills by analyzing and completing the analogies.
At the end of this episode, you are expected to define analogy, analyze relationships presented in analogies, supply other word or expression that completes the analogy, and relate the use of analogy in real-life situations.
Also, you will receive one puzzle piece for every level that you complete. Then, at the end, we will combine those puzzle pieces to reveal the hidden message. So do your best, class, because I am rooting for you all. Are you now ready? Well then, bring out your self-learning module, your pen and papers. Let's do this!
What is analogy? An analogy is a comparison of two things to show their similarities. It shows the relationships between words. It is like a word puzzle, since it always contains two pairs of words. Solving analogies helps you develop critical thinking skills. To correctly answer an analogy question, you must first form a logical relationship between words. For example, black is the white as night is the day. This example vividly shows the connection between black and white and night and day. Black is the opposite of white, while the opposite of night is day. They have the same type of relationship, and it is known as analogous. You can read and verbalize an analogy in this format. A single colon separates the words in each pair, and it stands for the phrase is to. Let's use our example earlier. Black is the white, night is the day. While the double colon separates the pairs of the word, and it stands for the word as. For example, black is the white as night is the day.
It's easy, right, class? I am sure you will be able to answer all the exercises correctly. But wait, there's more. We still have so much to know and learn about the analogy.
There are different types of relationships in analogy. First is synonyms, a relationship in analogy in which both terms have the same or similar meaning. For example, little is to small as huge is to big. Little means almost the same as small, and huge is the same as big. Hence, this set of words are synonymous. Other examples: happy is to glad as tired is to sleepy. Beautiful is to pretty as clean is to neat. Second is antonyms, a relationship in analogy in which the terms are opposite in meaning. For example, kind is to cruel as harsh is to gentle. Kind is the opposite of cruel, just as the opposite of harsh is gentle. Hence, these two pairs of words have an antonymous relationship. Other example: tall is to low as on is to off. Soft is to loud as smooth is to rough. Third is cause and effect, a relationship in analogy in which one term is the result of the other term. For example, thirsty is to drink as hungry is to eat. We drink to quench our thirst, and we also eat because we are hungry. Other examples: tired is to sleep as joke is to laughter. Study is to graduate as review is to pass. Fourth is part to whole, a relationship in analogy in which one term is part of the other term. For example, nose is to face as leg is to body. The nose is part of our face just as the leg is part of our body. Other examples: wheel is to bike as tire is to car. Tree is to forest as finger is to hand. Fifth is place, a relationship in analogy in which one word describes a place, location, environment, forum, or setting. The other word describes an object or event associated with that place. For example, fish is to sea as student is to school. We can find fish in the sea, and we can also find students in the school. Other examples: bear is the woods as shark is the ocean. Bird is the cage as frog is the pond.
And those are the first 5 types of analogies. Let's continue.
Sixth is characteristic quality, a relationship and analogy in which the first word names a person or thing, and the second word describes or names a characteristic of that person or thing. For example, stone is too hard as cotton is too soft. We all know that stone is hard while the cotton is soft. Other examples: cola is too bubbly as glass is too fragile. Chips is too crispy as hot dog is too juicy. Seventh is degree, a relationship in which one word shows a greater or lesser extent. For example, chuckle is to laugh as whimper is to cry. A chuckle is a little laugh just as a whimper is a little cry. Other examples: hot is to boiling as cold is to freezing. Smart is to genius as difficult is to impossible. 8 is function, a relationship in which it makes use of things and the things they do. For example, knife is to cut as pen is to write. The function of a knife is to cut just as the function of a pen is to write. Other examples: stove is to cook as crayons is to color. Keyboard is to type as chair is to sitting. Ninth is the performer in action, a relationship in which the first word names a person or an animal and the second word refers to an action associated with them. For example, author is to write as actor is to act. In the first set of words, the performer is the author and the action that he's doing is writing, while in the second set, the performer is the actor and his action is acting. Other examples: teacher is to teach as artist is to paint. Bird is to fly as fish is to swim. Performer and object, a relationship between person or animal and some object that you associate with them. For example, chef is to knife as author is to pen. A knife is a tool used by a chef and a pen is used by an author. Other examples: singer is to mic as student is to paper. Cashier is the calculator as teacher is to chalk. Here's the 10 types of analogy that we discussed: synonyms, antonyms, cause and effect, part to whole, place, characteristic quality, degree, function, performer and object, performer and action.
Alright, I am sure you are now ready to answer the exercises. Good luck, class!
Activity Level 1, Guess My Partner. Complete the analogies by choosing the letter of the correct answer. Write your answers in your paper, and I'll give you 5 seconds in each number. Dark is to night, as strong is to blank. What will complete the analogy? A. Fragile, B. Powerful, C. Weak. Correct! The answer is letter B, powerful. Dark is the synonym of night, while powerful is the synonym of strong. Sheet is to pad, as petal is to blank. What do you think is the answer? A. Flower, B. Shrub, C. Tree. You got it right! The answer is letter A, flower. A sheet is part of a pad, while a petal is part of a flower. Coward is to brave, as loud is to blank. What do you think comes next in the sequence? A. Calm, B. Quiet, C. Sharp. Very good! The answer is letter B, quiet. The opposite of coward is brave, while the opposite of loud is quiet. Happy is to laugh, as sad is to blank. What do you think is the answer? A. Cry, B. Glad, C. Whip. You are correct. The answer is letter A, cry. When we are happy, we laugh, and if we are sad, we cry. Student is to school, as painter is to blank. What will complete the analogy? A. Art gallery, B. Auditorium, C. Gymnasium. Nice one! The answer is letter A, art gallery. We can find a student in school, while we can find a painter in an art gallery.
For sure, most of you got perfect scores. Congratulations! And for that, you will receive your first puzzle piece. Are you ready for the next level? Alright, here's level 2. Do your best, class!
Activity Level 2, Status in a Relationship. Analyze what type of relationships are presented in analogies. I'll give you 5 seconds in each number. Number 1. Rain is to flood, as study is to pass. Awesome! The answer is cause and effect analogy. Number 2. Carpenter is to hammer, as artist is to brush. The answer is performer and object analogy. Number 3. Doctor is the hospital as principal is the office. You got it right. The answer is place analogy. Number 4. Pretty is the gorgeous as warm is the burning. Fantastic. The answer is degree analogy. Number 5. Sun is the bright as puppy is the furry. Very good. The answer is characteristic quality analogy.
Congratulations on completing level 2. Here's another puzzle piece. Keep on collecting them. Are you excited to claim your third puzzle piece? Well then, get ready for the last level, which is the level 3.
Activity level 3. Complete me. Complete the analogies by providing the correct word for each expression and identify what type of analogy they are. Number 1. Graceful is the clumsy as blank is the narrow. Awesome! The answer is wide, and this is antonym analogy. Number 2. Plant is the grow as pin is the blank. You got it right! The answer is dizzy, and this is cause and effect analogy. Number 3. Professor is to teach as counselor is the blank. And the answer is advise, and this is performer and action analogy. Number 4. Rich is the blank as poor is the broke. Nice one! The answer is wealthy, and this is synonym analogy. Number 5. Radio is to listen as TV is the blank. You are correct. The answer is watch, and this is function analogy.
You really did a great job today, class. Here's your third puzzle piece. Since we already know that an analogy is a comparison of two things to show their similarities, how would you relate the use of it in real-life situation? You are correct! We can use analogy in decision-making and problem-solving. Because in analogy, we are not just giving words for the sake of completing an expression. We think of suitable words that will make sense. We decide whether we will use that word or not, just like in life. If we know that something is not suitable or not helpful for us, then we disregard it and we think of another thing. It indeed tests our decision-making skills. Another, we can use analogy to find a solution to a problematic situation. We can solve our problems the same way we solve analogies. Just like if something works with one thing, then probably it will also work with another. Thank you so much for completing all the levels and for staying with me until the end. And with that, you truly deserve your bonus puzzle piece. Let's now reveal the hidden message.
If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you.
Thank you so much for actively participating. I hope you enjoyed our class today. Always keep up the good work. But before we end, let's check if we accomplished all of the objectives that we set a while ago.
Did we accomplish the first objective? Yes, we did. We were able to know and define what is analogy in our discussion.
Again, what is analogy? Very good! The analogy is a comparison of two things to show their similarities. It is also like a word puzzle, since it always contains two pairs of words.
How about the second objective? Yes, of course. We were able to analyze the relationships presented in Analogies in Activities Level 2 entitled Status in a Relationship and Level 3 entitled Complete Me.
Again, how many types of analogies we discussed earlier? Correct! We discussed 10, and they are antonyms, synonyms, part to whole, characteristic quality, performer and object, performer and action, place, cause and effect, degree, and function.
What about the third objective? The answer is also yes. It is clearly shown in Activities Level 1 entitled Guess My Partner and Level 3 entitled Complete Me, since we completed the analogies by giving the correct words for each expression. What about the last objective? Definitely yes. We were able to relate analogy in real-life situations. Just like what we have said earlier, we can use the analogy in decision-making and problem-solving.
You are truly impressive, class. I hope you retain all of the things that we discussed earlier. Right up next is your assignment. Kindly take a photo of this or refer to your self-learning module on page 21.
Assignment. Let's be connected. Create your own 5 analogies and name each analogy relationship.
That's all for today. On the next episode, we will discuss a new lesson. So make sure that you stay tuned. Thank you once again, class. This has been Teacher Marites Salvador. Goodbye. See you again in our next English class. Only here in BSEd 3D TV.